First year we make almost 200,000, and then business keep growing to the point that last year, combining the rents and the shop, we make almost 4 million.
Then we have Autoxory Rentals, which is all the fleet. We have every single Benz. We have Cayennes, 911s, Lamborghini Euros, Ferraris, 488, Huracan.
And some people have this idea like when people have a lot of money, they just blow it and they don't care, which is the total opposite. They actually, the more money they have, the more they care about every single dollar that comes in and out.
Yeah. We want to take over the fucking car rental industry and just destroy it. Like whatever's there, just completely dismantle it, right?
I like it.
That's
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to the next episode of the Web3 Experience. Today I'm here with the Alpha Pro Club team. I'm your host, Mosey.
I'm freelance.
And welcome to the show.
Web3.
Been a while. Go ahead, Lane, start it up.
All right, so I guess we'll just start with backgrounds, like how you guys came to meet each other and get into crypto. Did you guys all come from crypto backgrounds? Like, let's just jump into the team.
Actually, basically what we do mainly is we actually own a custom shop. So we customize cars. We change the color. We also do paint protection film, which, when cars are expensive, it's better you take care of paint. So we protect pretty much the car when they're brand new. We play also with the looks of the car, and then we also have an exotic rental car fleet. So we rent out exotic cars, mostly tourists that comes to Miami. And then that's pretty much how we are more involved with crypto, because we have a lot of customers that actually come and they ask if they can actually pay in crypto. That's actually how we first got, not on the shop, but we did on the rentals. Yeah, we are not super we don't have a big background on crypto. Because we've mostly been into the business, but now we actually met Rad around actually 1.5 years ago, when NFTs were kind of like in a good point. We thought about doing an NFT with Alpha Pro, but we didn't have the full map like we have it now, so we didn't want to launch something just to launch it. And that's actually when we came and we met with Rad, and then we put this plan in place, which is what we're doing now, which is a whole different game what we have right now.
For sure. I like that mindset too, because not everyone is willing to be patient like that, right? A lot of people just launch projects because they know, it's a hot market, we can make some money, we'll throw some buzzwords in there.
Not a lot of companies are willing to innovate and they keep up with times and adapt their company to keep up with technology, even if you're not even in the technology sector, right?
Yeah, because we're on the car sector.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the raw idea of more or less what we wanted to do and what we wanted to capture with the NFT, but we didn't have a lot of people from the actual space to give us a little more guidance on the how to So actually right, we put a team together. Now it's Jay, it's Alec, and we have a lot of people also in the background that they're not here, but they're helping us. And now I feel we're building something unique. On the space, it's unique because we have that real life business to support what we're doing on the Web3 environment. And pretty much we're getting the NFT more to boost the business overall and try to come with crazy ideas. We were talking this morning, we want to talk a little bit later about that, for crazy ideas about even opening a location where we could give a percentage to whoever is staking, for example, more than one car, 5. I don't know. It's an idea that we just came out with this morning, and then we give them a profit for whatever that location makes. It's so we and besides that, even in last week, it was 2-3 days we spent 48 hours together, and we came up with so many ideas and so many cool things. So we're really excited. We're really excited for what is happening actually right now.
That's awesome, man. So before we get into a little bit more about the NFT collection, what innovations you have, can you guys tell us, what journeys led you guys to form Alpha Pro Club and in the inception of the company, and what were the core values in the beginning and how they evolved to today?
Well, actually, so the business, my partners, Jaime, they founded. The business started as a mobile detailing company. So we were washing cars in the street. We have one van. And little by little the business started growing. They got a second van, so now we have 2 different fleets to go to mobile houses. We also was doing a lot of wholesale for other companies, which was good because that gave us a look, right, like inside the business of what the big guys were doing in the industry in that time. And we were able to see it from inside. So we were able to learn and also see what we were doing wrong, what we could do different. And little by little, the business started shaping. We were at one location. It was able to do probably like 2 cars at the same time. Then they moved to Doral, here in Miami, and over there probably like 3 cars fit. So then they started doing like ceramic coatings and paint corrections and stuff. And it was a detailing shop, or a detailing company, because the shop was not that big. That's actually when we met. I joined a little bit later in the business because I was doing something different before. I was doing retail sales at the malls. So my warehouse was like the storage for the merchandise that I had, and then their warehouse was like the shop. We come up together, we expanded the location, we got the other one next to us. Pretty much we locked the whole corner of the complex, like the warehouse complex where we were. Then we go to Wynwood. We were like 1 year in Wynwood. That was super cool because we love art, and we love art. We love Wynwood. I live in Wynwood actually. I personally live in Wynwood, so you can tell that I like it. So when Wynwood was super cool, the only thing was in COVID. So I mean, it kind of sucked because we couldn't take like the full advantage as we planned. And then long story short, we moved to the location where we are right now. When we start in this location, we actually start working on the NFT like for the first 2-3 months. We put the time, but what I figured out is that I couldn't actually make the connection with the actual community and try to be more like inside organically without just trying to get there just paying, right? Which it doesn't make sense because people try to stay away from those. So that's actually, it's funny because Jaime go to like a conference, like a business conference on a weekend, and then Rad was there. So they see they see next to each other, right? And then Jaime said, "What up? I'm Jaime. This is I'm Brad. They spend like 1 hour together, and then Jaime's like, what do you do? What do you do for a living?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm on the NFT space." And Jaime's like, "Oh yeah, are you?" So he's like, "Okay, because we have this." And then Riley's like, "Okay, he's like, "Bro, come to my shop on Monday. Let's meet with my partners, and we can actually tell you what we actually have in mind." Bro, ever since that day, we met that day. We left 1:30 in the morning, 2 in the morning, because he started being like so excited. He said, "We could do this, we could do that. Like the concept is great. You guys have a real life business. This is different than most of the collections, and we could, shape something great." But, it's Miami, so you hear this a lot of times, right? We go, well, okay, let's see, because we have our whole business going on, so like we cannot just shift direction right away and just forgetting about what we already have going on for the last 4 years, and which is actually the backbone of the business. He showed up next day with a whole plan. Step by step, we're gonna do this, we need that, we need that, and I'm like, okay, perfect. This guy, this is perfect. Nice. And bro, ever since that day, I've been non-stop, like every single night we're there until 12-1 in the morning, which is grinding, coming with ideas. Now then Jay joined for the tour spaces. Jay bring Alec.
Evan.
Oh yeah, yes, that's a good one. So Jay actually connect us with Evan Hilton. So he's super well-known designer on the space. I personally love his designs. She sent it to me and I was okay, I think this is the perfect guy. I just go like down to all the feet. So we're super excited. Actually, I think Friday he's gonna have something for us. So pretty much our NFT is gonna be like a black card. Which is the black card of the of the Web 3.0. That's a whole concept around what we're doing with the NFT. So yeah, Evan, he's giving us something Friday. He's gonna be the designer of the card. And like I said, then after that it's just been game mode. We've been working non-stop, and that's actually how we go, on our business on Web 2.0 straight, and then Raj show up and we're like, we just
now
go.
We're here.
And now we're here. Yes,
that's awesome, man.
Oh yeah. So what components of the NFT projects, like, first of all, it is Alpha Pro Club as well as the physical business is Alpha Pro Club, right?
No, actually, so it's three three different personalities, right? We
Okay.
have three different companies, so we see as a separate company.
Cool.
So we have Alpha Pro, which is it's Alpha. That's like the custom shop. That's the the paint protection film, the crazy interiors, the crazy cars. Then we have Alpha Exotic Rentals, which is all the fleet. We have every single Benz. We have Cayennes, 911s, Lamborghini Euros, Ferraris, 488, Huracan, whatever you need for rent. Cullinans, Rolls Royces. And then we have Alpha Pro Club, which is the NFT. Pretty much we're englobing everything. We're putting everything under one umbrella, like with the Alpha Pro Club, but each has its own, marketing, its own image, its own team.
Sure.
Like Alpha Pro Club, marketing team, for example, is not the same that is doing our Instagram and TikTok for Alpha Pro, because it's two different stuff. We're one side we're focused with Twitter, the other side of the people which know Instagram are on Instagram, because someone that knows how to handle Instagram probably is not gonna know how to handle Twitter well.
Yeah.
You need to be a native on each of the platforms. So that's why we separate. And we have like 27 people working right now on between the Instagram people, TikTok, Twitter, Spaces, designers, website, etc. Yeah, it's a whole ecosystem we're building.
And the thing in the shop too.
And in the shop, it's around 15, 17 people more. And then we have a lot of contractors, because we do, like on the shop, if you drop the car, there is some people that, they want to wrap it, but they also want to do the starlight, and they want to do wheels, and they want to do that. So they have to like jump the car from shop to shop. Mm-hmm. With us, it's one place. Like in one place, we do everything. Even if we don't do it, they come and they do it at our shop. So the car doesn't have to leave. You don't want to be moving a Lamborghini SVJ from here to there to there to there. Yeah. You want to move it to one place, and that's it. You don't want to keep moving it.
Definitely. Hey, I really liked how you guys separated all your companies. It's especially with the Web3 component, because a lot of companies, and you see a lot of big brands that come in and they just co-mingle with their regular community and the Web3 community, and kind of like one of them gets fizzled out, you feel like, right? Like either the regular Web2 community doesn't give a fuck, or the Web3 community, like they start focusing on that and then piss off, the Web2 people.
Correct. But, two different people.
That
was like my part.
It's important.
When I knew them, because I told them like, okay, you want to launch an NFT project, and you need to forget everything you learned in marketing on your Web2 business.
Yeah.
Because this shit is so fucking different.
Yeah, it is. So and I wanted to ask you about that, what, like the Web2 marketing, what you guys had when you first got to Wynwood, it was tough organically marketing, stuff like that.
Actually, it was me though. It was me shooting videos, recording, I chop it in the computer, put music in the background, and just upload it. Because, in my mind in that time, I was, okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I have to be consistent. Like, every day I have to put something. Mm-hmm. It's not just I put something on Monday, and then I put Thursday. Like, every single day, we were posting, like, 15, 18 stories on during the day. So, in that time was hard, because I was making the sales, and I was trying to also do the content, so I couldn't put, like, 2 hours editing a video to make it look nice. Yeah. So I just make it simple, edit it, like, in 2 minutes, and just, boom, put it. Now we have a full-time photographer at the shop, we have a videographer, we have a designer. So, now I just upload it, but like it's already done. Like they make the video, and then they give me the picture, and then I put it. So it has to evolve. Like the good thing about us, besides all the other companies on what we do, is being honest. No one does the marketing since the beginning as we do it. Even when we didn't have like that crazy budget, I was trying to make my best. I bought like the DJI gimbal for the phone. I'm trying to make a video. It's $100, $100, and you make the video. It looks way better if you with your phone, just like shaking it. So we were taking like all these little details. Yeah. And at that time, no one was doing that type of stuff. Like they were probably just recording a video, and in that time people was putting like
the other shot is no, I'm putting like a pictures in Instagram, but not putting like a histories and nothing, It's like a different concept. Yeah. The whole people, I'm not putting nothing in the cameras. It's only like the finish when the car is finished, and nothing about the process. This is why the people come to Alpha. I see the whole history, because you see the whole process. When the car is washing, when the car is blown out, everything.
Social media, but people love seeing the process of things before and after. There's a page on Instagram where this guy goes up to people's houses and cuts their grass and cleans their front lawn for free, shows you the process, and literally makes his money off of views of people wanting to see the money. So it's like it is true.
Yeah, no, that's what we're even in that time. I see other shops seeing like they post a video, right, and the music that they put in the background, they just put on the speaker on the phone and they record like that. So you're just hearing the music on the like it looks like whack as fuck, right?
Yeah.
So we come and I actually edit the video. Like it's me. I'm not a professional photographer, but it looks way different than all the rest.
Mm-hmm.
So we start getting a lot of attention, and the business start growing. Like literally, we grow our business from Instagram. Instagram, to be honest, it was fully Instagram. Like we just like posting content, and we were trying to get influencers, but not really influencers. Like just because we're actually doing a service, right? So we go to their houses, we do the car, we post a picture, they repost it, and more people see it.
Yeah.
And then we get 3, 4, 5 more customers from there, and then it keep going like that.
Yeah.
Now it's a bit different because we have been 5 years already, so we can already build a foundation on the brand.
Yeah.
We already have so many repeating customers, we have so many wholesale accounts.
Awesome.
But now with the Web3, it's just a different game plan, because now what I see is most of the brands that were not doing that, now they're doing it. They're catching up to us because pretty much we are the ones innovating here,
right.
at least here locally in Miami. I'm not talking about the whole world, but at least locally in Miami, with the rentals and with the shop and the PPF and the Grab, like we always innovating. And this time we're putting it really hard for them, really hard, because that we got, like I was saying, we got to the point that it was just repetitive. Like we were doing like the same thing, so okay, we need to do something different. And in this point, there's something different. It's a lot of work, If we actually want to do something crazy, it's a lot of work. So that's why we go out now. We have 27 people behind it. We are a car shop, but we're putting so much time and resources on actually social media and like online marketing and the NFT and all that stuff. Like no one in our industry is doing that. Like 70% of our time is that okay, we're gonna have content, we're gonna throw it on TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts, and then we have Twitter, and then we have we're building a whole thing around.
Sam, but if you think about it, it's not that different. It's only that Web2 uses platforms and communities they reach with Instagram or TikTok, and Web3 uses other platforms like Twitter, Discord, and everything. But it's the same. If you see it, you have another business and you do collabs with them. You don't know. And we on Web3, we make these collabs. That's why we have Killaverse and Kid Called Beast, because they are this big right now. These big collections, these big companies in Web3, and they support new companies, and it's the same as you did. Because they knew people who had maybe Santi, who have 450 cars, and they helped the guys. That was a collab, but in Web2. So it's not that different.
That's true.
The thing is that we need, I think more companies will migrate to this kind of
this
business.
is the future, bro.
No, but now that you said that, is important though, because something that I do notice, from the Web2 and Web3, the collabs, it's so much crazier on Web3 than on Web2. Like the reach that you have on Web3 to bigger companies, it's just crazy. Web2, yes, we got that collab with Santi, but it cost us 3 years to get to that point that we're actually able to get access to that type of 450 cars, and we could use it around whenever and whatever we need to do with them. But on Web3, it's so fast, and you can reach so big in way less time than Web2. So I see the growth on Web3 is just so much more exponential than on Web2. You could grow so much more.
I think it's because a lot of the community goers in Web3 see the future and see what you're saying. It's not easy for companies to come in and create their own Web3 product and keep building it through a bear market and keep lasting it additionally with their Web2 stuff. But the companies that do, like you guys, and see the little details and pay attention to them, see the growth in the future. And the big difference between Web2 is the Web2 collaboration space is a lot of competition. Web3 is a lot of supporting, because the only way for this community, this industry to really grow is if everybody comes together and tries to tell the world you guys need this shit.
100%. I think a lot of people in Web3, when you start out, you feel so alone and so lost. You're where do I even begin? Sure. How do I start? Right? And I think everyone remembers that feeling. Everything is so new that even if you've been a crypto OG, the longest you can be in this industry is 15 years.
Yeah.
Right? So to remember that feeling and then, these guys that have a business, they're looking to break in, you want to help them. You want to collaborate and help bring more people into the space. So
and you learn something new every single day.
Yeah,
Even
every
if you
single
are,
day.
I'm a streamer and I was like 18 hours on Twitter checking NFT projects, more on Twitter, and sometimes I was live, but not the whole time. When I closed my stream and then I opened the Twitter, and I was with my ex-girlfriend, and she was obsessed as well. And we were looking and studying. We have like this big like notation books on our walls, like checking. Okay, this collection failed because of this, of that. So we had it in our freaking walls, bro, to remember. Because every single time you want to buy an NFT, you can buy in the highest FOMO. That's a mistake. You can. It's better to buy when a good project is voted, so you can grab it cheaper. So we learned a lot of stuff. But even day by day, you keep learning about the NFTs.
So what rug pulls stand out?
A lot, bro. I have almost.
What did you have on the board for Pixelmon?
Bro,
2,000
NFTs. I have 2,000 NFTs on my wallet.
What about the Yetis? Do you have any Yetis?
No.
Oh fuck. Frenzies?
No. I wasn't one with Jay. It was a slow rock.
Yo, as the founder, as the founder.
Was a slow rock. It was freaking slow rock. But the thing is that people keep sending me these NFTs because it's so easy to send an NFT to a wallet right now with the ENS domain, and they watch me streaming and they say, okay, I'm gonna send the NFT to this guy. So I receive a lot of gifts just to shield projects like for free. I never shielded, but I learned a lot about
awesome.
It's part of the initiation.
And I think the guys are so smart because even if they didn't went into these rock pools like we did, they understand a lot about.
Yeah, I can see that.
So they are not.
We haven't broken in real life.
Like so rookies, yeah. So Sam is like into Twitter and they are excited because somebody followed them and they understand the importance of somebody big in the scene to follow you. For example, if a big collection follows you and their CEOs follows you, that's important because they support your project. So they understand a lot about NFTs right now, and they were like in zero like 1 month ago.
Because like you understand kind of the community. At the end of the day, we grew up, like surrounded kind of by technology, social media. I grew up with social media. I'm 27 years old. So like Twitter, I was using Twitter when it just first. I have like 21,000 tweets, 20,000 something tweets on my account. Just that I stopped using it for a while. I kind of back right now. But like what he said is kind of we understand a lot of how the community thinks and how the community what it's expecting to. Because we are kind of like the same age. We grew up with the same stuff. So another thing that talking about the community, one of the cool things that we're doing right now. We're gonna be at Miami NFT Week. So Jay got us in. We're gonna have cars at the entrance, nice cars. You guys, whoever goes, you guys are gonna see it. So with our logo stickers, we actually been reached out by another companies to see if how much they even offering to pay to put their logo also as well on the cars because they're gonna be right in the entrance of the show. And then once you enter the complex, we're gonna be also at the entrance. We're gonna be grabbing 2 cars. No, we're gonna be grabbing 1 car. My bad. Cut that and edit it. So we're gonna be grabbing a car live, right? We're gonna be grabbing a car live, but it's just not grabbing the car. We're gonna do a custom design on it. Not even us. So we had a space with Titan. I don't know if you guys know who is Titan. We had a big space on last Saturday where we announced it. So what we're doing is we're letting the community to create the design, right, for the car, and then we're gonna let the community also to decide which one. So we had a whole voting system through Discord that we set up in like 12 hours. And it's just like running and stuff because like people start.
And we didn't filter the project, so any project can shield their own project and show us their art, and if they win, they win.
If they win, we're flying them into Miami. So if the artists win, it doesn't like it. As long as they had a visa and they can legally enter the US, Even if they're out of the US, we're gonna fly them in so they see the rap in real life and they get to, hang out at Miami NFT Week.
Awesome.
It's gonna be right after Miami Music Week as well, so Miami's gonna be popping. So yeah, we're gonna do a live voting also on Titan Space of the top 3. So it's pretty much, we're calling the designers to first make a sick-ass design and call their own community, right, to vote for them. Because it's gonna be an open voting count. We're gonna go to the top 10. And then on the top 3, we're gonna give them a space each. So they talk about what they're doing, they talk, their mission. It's gonna be one different space dedicated to each artist. And then we're gonna choose the winner. Well, not we, the community is gonna choose the winner live. We're doing it as transparent as we can. And then as soon as we win, we're gonna find in Miami and we're gonna wrap it live at the Miami NFT Week. So actually, the response from people has been great. We already have designs. People have already did designs.
Like crazy
I'm gonna
things.
show you. So we're super excited because I think it's a really good opportunity, right, for like artists that are outside. Because Miami, I mean, we live here, but people they haven't even been to Miami. They'll be like, damn, this is gonna be amazing. I'm gonna I'm gonna go to Miami. I'm gonna see it live. What people I'm gonna meet over there. So I think it's a super nice opportunity for a designer that is actually trying to make it on the space. Here's a chance. I mean, we cover the cost, we fly you in, and you see it on live.
And the
person.
global exposure as well.
Oh yeah,
life changing.
Yeah, because it's not only the people that's gonna see it there, but I think this might evolve to something really cool. So the people that's gonna see it online, right? Whoever is not gonna go there, but they're gonna see it on Twitter. We're gonna make a time lapse video, of the whole process, like wrapping the car with all the people going around. So it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really nice.
Like how I see it is like, imagine, you're just a small time artist on Twitter. You maybe have like 100, 200 followers. You make a dope ass design of like a community that supports you. That can change your whole life now.
100%.
You catch a flight out to Miami, some billionaire or something sees your design on a $300,000 car, and now they want to work with you privately, right? They want to do a private commission or something like that. Like that's opportunity, and that's what I think Web3's all about, right? Like giving people life-changing opportunities, like actually life-changing opportunities where like you're here one day and you're completely somewhere else.
Another collection that you see.
Yeah,
Maybe we
dude, sick. So sick.
Yeah.
In the Discord, we have 3D renderings, so they can actually download the 3D renderings and like edit it completely themselves. And we're gonna do like a full 360 of the top 3. So like you can actually see the top 3 cars being fully, like, I don't know, like in a full decked out like graphic. It's gonna be sick.
Wow. Yeah, because I'm actually trying to. I mean, I'm talking to them right now. But that's a real world company that have like a custom virtual shop. So you could like customize the car, but they have like all the brands of like film and wheels, and you could do like the different colors on the brake, and you could do like custom grabs on it, and it's super like it's like a game, so you can just like place the things on top. So I'm gonna have a call with them tomorrow because we're thinking to give that option also to the people that is in the contest that maybe they don't know how to design really good on Illustrator or something, so they could do it on the system. If they have a really cool idea, they also have the opportunity, to go for it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think the guys they mutate like that, they mutate into Web3 so fast, and they understand that this kind of sharing live on YouTube or Twitter, it's important for the project and it's vital for the project. So that's why they are here, and they took the time. They stopped their Web2 work and jobs to come here and to share with you guys, because we learn. We learn about you as well, and they will learn about you, because we're flying to LA on March 20 for NFT LA. We are flying to New York on April 12 for NFT New York. And you guys have experience as well, so you can tell the guys like, okay, you're gonna make these connections IRL. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth it to go? How is the connections you make in those events? So the things that we will learn.
Yeah, because actually, one thing that
right now
that he mentioned, we're also giving cars on LA and New York. So it's not only gonna be Miami. We also have cars in LA. So the thing is, like with our NFT, it's a lot of benefits that we're doing, but not like I think like I see from other collections, they think on benefits and utilities for the people, like spending crazy amount of money. But like I feel if you get creative enough, you could get partnerships and different collabs with different companies that it's not necessarily going to hurt the business, right?
Correct.
That it's not going to be sustainable.
Right.
So we are offering a huge discount on the cars, but it doesn't mean that it's going to put us out of business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still, at least covering the expenses and the running expenses of the business, so it's sustainable. So we are offering the same access in New York and LA, so people can get 35% discount on the exotic rentals. And then same with the shop with us, people who hold our NFT have 25% discount with us at the shop, because we have customers that they spend $100,000 a year with us, $150,000 a year with us, because we have a customer have 83 cars,
Mm-hmm.
so he have 2 warehouses next to each other and 2 full-time mechanics for his own cars. There's people like that out there, so it makes a lot of sense. And you have every single car that you can think of. Like you have from Mini Coopers to Lamborghinis to Porsche.
Ferrari?
I don't really know if you have a LaFerrari over there. Probably, I don't know.
He could have.
If you want to, you can get it. For sure.
This guy buys cars every day.
All this car remember me when I was like 19 years old. Like
Toys.
this is the car that one time he told us like he bought a car because that was the car that when he was in school, the cool kids from school used to pull up into a car, but he didn't have the money to come out with a car, so he bought it. 45 years later, and he have it in his collection. So like for someone like him, for example, it makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Because you're spending, let's say you spend $100,000, you're saving $25,000. Like you could be rich, but that doesn't mean that you have to just throw the money everywhere. And some people have this idea like when people have a lot of money, they just blow it and they don't care, which is the total opposite. They actually, the more money they have, the more they care about every single dollar that comes in and out. So that's why like it makes a lot of sense, for us to give that, because we cannot do it with all the NFT. Like we have our holders that have been with us for a long time. That we kind of gave these same hookups, right? Because what we were talking, being us with that idea of like the black car of Web 3.0. If you see it, like that car costs you $500 a year. We're giving you, it's ours. It's gonna come one Ethereum, so it's 1 ETH. It's not gonna be a cheap one, but the amount of benefits and rewards and utility that we're giving back to the holders, it's amazing.
Lay them out for us. So if someone buys their NFT.
What are all of those? I know you said the 35% off with some of the rentals, and in multiple cities, 25% off at the shop. What else? Like what is the whole kind
Correct.
of?
So also we broker deals with also a charter company, so private planes.
Nice.
If people need to book a private plane, whatever, of course, most in the US, but let's say they want to fly from LA to Miami, or they're here in Miami and they want to be flown to New York, we set up all that, and they also get a discounted rate. So that one we're talking with them from 15 to 20%, which in a private plane, that's a lot of discount. That's all. And private planes are really expensive.
Yeah.
We also have discount with bulletproof cars. Believe it or not, they're kind of hot right now in Miami. People want to be in bulletproof cars just to make sure. So they also have access to that. We also closed a partnership last week with Vendome, which is a local nightclub here in Miami. So what we have for our holders is they have free access and no line access. So they just show their wallet, they show that they own the NFT, and they get inside the club, no line, no nothing. We're trying to broker a couple more clubs like with that.
I like it.
That's
I like it because it's unique in the sense that it combines. It's not only cars, lifestyle. It's a luxury black card. Tip and Strip is an NFT that offers like strip club access to different ones. I haven't looked into it much, but this is something that it's like a luxury.
And boats also. We have boats. You need a villa. We get the villa for you, like whatever you need. Because like we already create these experiences for our customers with the rentals, especially. They fly here, they want the boat. They're like, where do we go? We also, trying to lock in some restaurants. The thing is, we want to lock in the good ones. The main ones that people actually come when they come to. They actually go when they come to Miami. And then also we're doing the same thing with a hotel. As soon as we lock that in, I'm gonna say the name, but it's a cool hotel. So people can get also discount on the hotel.
Nice.
Even massages. Yeah.
See, this is the beauty of NFTs, right?
Thing,
Like
that's what I'm telling you.
You have a ticket. You have an exclusive ticket that you can offer customers. And this ticket is just unlocking for them your connections and whatever you guys have built for years on end. All these connections that they probably would never have, right? You're offering it in an all-inclusive package. All you got to do is scan one little code,
correct,
and then all of this, comes to life. So
correct. I'm not even.
We also gonna add more to that one NFT, and it's a passive income and be part of.
Yeah, you can talk about that.
Be part
It's not,
of the business.
it's not only the part of that you could come to Miami to spend money. We also are building a part for holders that actually want to make money with it. So we're letting them actually use that discount that we're giving them and wholesale the full price to their customers, right? So they could have customers, meaning that let's say Lamborghini Urus costs $1,300 a day, right? In a regular season, etc. They're gonna be paying $800 a day. But they can still charge the $1,300, so they're making $500 each day. The car is not theirs, they don't have the liability of if anything.
So like Shopify.
Yeah.
Like fucking exotic cars.
So what we're doing is pretty much, let's say that one is $500 a day. You get a 3-day rental, that's $1,500 that you made in one transaction. You didn't even, the car is not yours. So pretty much with the NFT, you're getting access to a fleet of more than 50 something cars, exotic cars. So now you own a fleet, right? That you could rent out and make money with it, and we want to provide you with the content because we have the content of these cars. You can private label them, go with build a website with the logo, make a shopping cart and a booking system inside your own ads, and now you have a rental company.
We've had
it's crazy. Me and my partners in this music studio, like all of these ideas we were talking about like last year, 2 years, and we started looking into it, and it's incredible. You guys already had the business going. Like we had nothing going in rentals, and it's just that upfront cost of getting a fleet.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, all right, we've got X amount of capital. What cars are we actually going to invest in that we can then profit and start buying more cars and add to it? So that's really cool the way you guys have that set up.
Yeah, no,
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
We're setting it up really nice.
We're setting it up really nice. So something that I think is very important there is like the coming out of the mud story, right? Like that business story, like that he's experienced multiple times, right? I've experienced multiple times, like literally starting something from the ground up, building it up to something, and then starting all over again in something else. And like that experience, you can't even put there's no price you can put on that experience. So as I was explaining to Samuel, it's like, I see the NFT space in 3 pillars, right? There's the creator, right? And that's anyone, that's you guys, right? That's us doing this right now, right? That's your thread writers, your Twitter space hosts, like they're producing content, they're making something. It's not just your artist, your digital or physical artist. It's anyone that's creating anything, right? Those are your creators. Then you have your technologists, right? Those are the smart contract developers. Those are the giga brains that are much smarter than I am at certain things, right? Those are the really, really smart people. They're actually laying down the pipes. They're putting down the sewer pipes so that shit can actually move through, right? And we can actually show off and produce that content and that's being created. And then the third is the business, the entrepreneurial side. And I think what we saw in the bear market more than anything is a lot of people that were more focused than those other first 2 pillars, and they didn't really have a foundational understanding of the third.
100%.
And unfortunately, even today in the NFT space, I think it has, like, when you say business, right, or when you kind of use business jargon, it almost has like a negative stigma to it. But like, we have to realize, if you don't have that entrepreneurial like oil to move the engine, none of that shit works. None of that shit works.
Anyone that comes to you that says that they're ready to launch an NFT project, you got to start asking questions, because what that really means is you're starting a business.
You're starting a business. That's pretty much what we're doing. But that's why I'm telling you that we're structuring into different ones, because this is a business.
I mean, you guys are going to have an Alpha Pro Club metaverse with a full fucking fleet of people who are renting shit in the metaverse from you guys. It's going to happen, and you guys probably have this in the works too, but we've had this idea for the Magic City 8 DAO in Miami to get a rental fleet, wrap the boats, and start, getting a passive income in, just taking advantage of of Miami, right? The boat business here is a full year thing. The weather is always perfect. So if you have a fleet of cars, boats, anything luxury down here, right? If you were to launch an NFT collection and then split the monetization amongst your community, so that let's say you guys are pulling in $5,000 a day from a boat, a nice boat, maybe the people in the community, it's 15% of that is going to the holders evenly.
Yeah, we're actually picturing, because we had this idea of actually going. So we were like, okay, what if we open one location for the holders, right? So we say, okay, one custom location you cannot, because it's gonna be really difficult to operate.
That's an extra. But
yeah.
I didn't want you to tell.
Looking at that part.
Nah.
Sorry, we'll cut it.
No, don't cut it. He wanted to share because it was like an idea to add something extra, because every single time we discuss about the project, it's like, okay, we already have a business, we have a name, I have a name in the space, I'm a Twitch streamer, and I want this project to be successful, and I want happy holders. I don't want anybody to be complaining about what we did, and that's our first goal here. So shout out to the guys as well, because this is an NFT project who is, the guys are spending right now on marketing a lot of money, a lot of time. So I've been in another NFT projects, and they are waiting to mint to
then
spend on marketing after mint. So these guys are spending a lot of money before the
we're
mint.
doing Miami NFT Week
So
before.
they trust
in
the project.
So, I mean,
And that's the business knowledge and
Of course.
understanding, and that you were saying, because there's a lot of
yeah, because
artists.
like I say, it's a business. So
And we're not dependent on
And they always
royalties
need
Right.
to
money
reinvest.
when you start, right?
So
It's like a normal.
something
The
something
best part
that
is not depending on the mint to be able
Exactly.
to actually
Yes.
execute.
Or royalty.
The
you
foundations
hear
are-
one ETH mint, and like when I first heard it, I was like, bro, what the fuck? No, you
That's
can't.
expensive.
But then we started thinking about it, right? Then we
Yeah.
started getting into the rental arbitrage. And then once we started formulating that, we're like, this is actually very, very reasonable, actually.
No, and it's not even just a rental. Like, let's say you don't want to rent cars, like, because it's not your thing, but you're really good at e-commerce. That is one of the things that we're doing. We're working already on the whole image and the concept, but we're throwing our product line. So it's going to be product for cars. This is what you're gonna use when you're gonna do your interior. This is what you're gonna use when you do the paint. This is what you do on leather, and this is what you do on Alcantara. So we're doing that, and we're giving the chance to our holders to get access to that at a wholesale price. So they could sell it on Amazon. They could sell it on their local store if they want to. They could
On eBay,
on eBay, whatever they want.
Yeah.
The only place that we're gonna keep the sole channel is gonna be our website, of course. But then besides that, it's gonna be a wholesale.
So from the creator side, we're covered. Like we're good. Like we got Evan Hilton as a fucking artist. Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Right? From the business side, we're obviously covered. Like we're good there. So we're making a conscious decision of investing a lot of fucking money into the technology side.
Good.
Right? Because like the rental arbitrage thing, all of that sounds great and wonderful, but like the UIX of that needs to be seamless, right? And ready upon day one, not minting out and saying, hey guys, we're going to be developing this over the next 6 months.
Yeah, we're already doing that.
We're already doing that. We're already
We had
sitting down,
a 2-hour call. today
2-hour
with
call
people.
with like dev teams,
Yeah,
marketing
awesome.
teams, and investing a lot in the highest quality stuff because
we know it's going to be a success.
right,
We know it's going
like-
to happen. So we're just getting prepared from now. Like we don't want to.
I'm
Just
so-
focus.
That's how you
And
get
for
happy
example,
holders.
we spent almost $7,000 just to make a video with a kid called Beast.
Yeah.
They didn't send us the money. We did it because we wanted to make content and
we
to,
bought
and
the
to show
kit.
people how the
We bought 7 of
collaborations
them.
really needs to be done. So that's why tomorrow we're gonna launch another video with Killer Bears.
And this
It's
one
going
is
to
going to
be
be just
dope.
crazy.
super dope.
Because
That
we're just not throwing
community
like a
is-
video
are
to
these
throw it,
going
like
our
we're building all these
community?
concepts behind the video. Like we just don't want to be like a video of like shots of the car and that's it. Because that's what everyone does. So we're building like a
Like
concept.
a full experience.
Like a concept on each video. So okay, this video concept is gonna be this. It's gonna have smoke. It's gonna be in dark, etc., etc. So it's getting exciting.
Are you guys in contact with Killer Bears?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
So like, what I was asking because you were saying that you guys fronted the cost for $7,000 to create the video. With the anticipation of them loving it and filtering that to their followers.
No,
right?
they follow every single step and they support every single.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they send us the
the
designs.
Awesome.
So Memo Angeles, he's the artist behind the Killer Bears. So he sent us a 6 special bears just for Alpha Pro.
We have our logo and everything.
And
Cool.
it
So
has
it's a
our
one-on-one.
logo, so it's a real collab, and they will really trust us because I'm a friend of them. I was lucky.
Nice.
To be honest, I was lucky because I did content. I made a lot of content, and I did a lot of streams. I streamed the projects like for Raf and Crad of a kid called Beast for free, like a year ago, and for Killaverse for free a year ago. And look, a year later, I knocked their doors and I said, "Okay, guys, I helped you when you were like nobody because they didn't have the money to spend, and they wanted like free promo on a Twitch channel with 3K people watching, and I did it for them. So when I knocked those doors, they were like, "Hey, bro, come here, we're gonna help you." So that's
That's a
great.
community.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Give
It
it
is.
Yeah. So, it sounds like there's been so much thought and energy, that attention you guys have put into this. What would you consider maybe the most challenging part of
I think technology.
conceptualizing
Technology, because not only do you want to like build something out, right? But like we want to be disruptive.
Yeah.
We want to take over the fucking car rental industry and just destroy it. Like whatever's there, just completely dismantle it, right? So like that, creating an operational process of making sure that that's smooth, it's easy, and it's packaged ready upon mint, like there's some pressure with that. You're up at bat and you gotta perform before you're even on stage.
That's why we're not rushing.
And I'm glad
We
you
wanna
brings
do
this
it
up
right.
because there's so many projects that released in the past 2 years where they're using the money from the mint to push it forward. And what you guys are saying, it's so important to put that effort beforehand and show people transparently, like, listen, we are committed to this shit, and you are not like our liquidity for the project. We have a business, we're successful entrepreneurs, and this is just a new level that we're adding to our business. It's going to be happening.
I think that's
over and over and over.
something challenging for me, being part of this project, and I speak with the guys every single day about it. And it's that I don't want to be like selling this project, trying people to mint, like oh
shilling.
my god, like you need to mint and create this crazy FOMO, but it's an empty FOMO. I want that we are building here.
Organic.
Let the quality, do the talking.
And the product itself. Like people, I want people to say like, okay, I'm gonna mint this because I'm gonna be part of this brand, and this brand is amazing.
Yeah,
this guy create something already, so we're gonna be part of them. Yeah. So I don't want to be like selling. How the environment is. Like, I know. We're gonna create 7K people in a Twitter space because the FOMO have to be like this high. No, the FOMO will come because of the quality and because the guys are spending a lot of time, effort, creating a team, hiring the best in the ecosystem.
So going off that, I wanted to talk about the evolution of marketing today, because I feel like car wrapping, outside Miami NFT Week, this is a new, more sophisticated way of marketing, right, for companies. And I feel like right now in society we're shifting from that major brand, big brand mindset where you see Nike and all these different billboards and everything hosted by big brands that we all know. Right. We're now shifting towards uplifting more small businesses, small-time creators, small brands like us, like NFT people. We're seeing events in New York, billboards in Times Square. People are putting that extra effort in to try to get the name out there. So how did you, when you approached them and said, hey, this is our plan for how we can get this shit popping, what did you tell them?
Well, the thing is that the first thing I told the guys, it was like, guys, we're gonna create this organically. It's gonna be growing organically. We have something here. Yeah, we have something big here. You have already this business, and you are able to spend a lot of time and money and effort in this project. So let's show people how we built this project. So it was a cool idea to record everything, record every meeting, record every single video. We like I don't know, something backstage and showing people how to build an NFT project, and it's not easy. If you have something, if it's not a rough pool, if it's not a project who is based on nothing, if it's people who only want like the mint money to create something from scratch after the mint, you're not gonna watch these cool videos we are recording right now, because we are building something before the mint, and that's so weird in the space. So it's not that other projects didn't do that, because I remember a kid called this, they didn't have the money. Then they got this guy, they supported, and they spent like, I don't know, 400K on marketing, only marketing. And I told the guys, you have something big here, you need to spend like 90% of your budget in marketing, because it's how it works. And they love it, because they spend a lot of money on Instagram for their Web2 business, on TikTok, like 12 influencers every single week. So it was crazy, and there was, okay, let's get going. And then I told them, like, guys, you don't know nothing about the marketing in this area, and you need to like make this Twitter big. And how can you make it big? With big collaborations, choosing these influencers, not paying to anybody. You need to know the guy who is behind that account. You know,
crazy different. You know.
Yeah, Twitter is deceiving, man. There's so many, especially last year, and like with so many projects coming out, they were just getting scanned left and right. Hey, you know, account with 77,000 followers and a verified check mark is like, hey, I'll promote your content. Yada yada yada. Send me an ETH. Then people would send him an ETH, and then he'd be like, okay, here, I post a picture. Here's my bots, my 25 bots who show engagement. And then that's it. They didn't show back then the amount of views that a tweet got and all that stuff, which does help, I think, with ensuring if somebody has legitimate views. But, you know, bots run so rampant on Twitter. It's like it's tough, man. Tough to differentiate who to trust. And we've talked about this, and I talk about it in educational seminars and stuff like that. It's so important to, like, get a strong base of connections in Twitter, Discord, like people in the space you could relate to that you feel are genuine, and you could trust their opinion, because there's so many out to just fuck you.
Correct. No, 100%. I mean, we get like requests every single day of those that but we're not really going for those. So like we don't even paying attention at that time, because we build. I feel we already build in a little time. Like if you go to the post, you see people supporting, and you see that it's people that already supported 2-3 posts before. So they're trying to keep updated. So I think it's just beautiful that we are able to build something organic, because especially in this time, like everyone's just trying to throw money at growing in social media. So we are coming actually with the content, like we are spending the money on the content, not on the publicity, to make like super nice content. Like okay, we got by the kids, we got also I think we're getting a Kiloverse today, to show the support to the Kiloverse, and we're doing the grab well, anybody's gonna be recorded, so we're doing a 720S with a McLaren 720S with the burst. It's gonna look dope because the bursts are reflective. So like as soon as you put the light, it just reflects. It glows in the dark. So we're shooting something nice with that. Getting people excited. And then we have so many things lined up for the coming weeks. I think the design on NFT week and tomorrow, in 30 minutes we're throwing the space. With the Miami NFT people, and I'm really excited for that one. I feel the designers are gonna be the creative minds are gonna be super involved in this. So yeah, I mean a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah. Awesome. And I think this project have something special as well, because they put a lot of effort in content. So imagine it's fancy cars with fancy yachts, hotels, clubs. That opens a lot of doors. For example, if it's there a rapper, an artist, a reggaeton singer, somebody who wants to join, some singer who has a project or something, they can join the club, So we can open the doors.
Tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah.
The owner of Nobu.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're picking him up, and we're getting a Cullinan, and we're giving him the Cullinan tomorrow. So because he have like an event this weekend.
Nice.
The event is tomorrow, right? Yeah, the event is tomorrow at Nobu. So let's see. Something maybe take something from Nobu, right? That would be
we close a collab with Nobu. That's great. We have Vendom. We are thinking of closing something with 11 or.
Yeah, we're trying to get there.
Cool. The thing is that the project have like these big opportunities to keep like bringing more projects into it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can have like, for example, a music NFT project. You can bring it to us. We can share like benefits.
Yeah, Sammy's in our space tonight.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that why we're doing all these collabs also with real life, because we're gonna be throwing the alpha experience 3 times a year. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get a holder, and we're just gonna fly him to Miami first class. We're gonna book him in the hotel that I'm talking.
Or her, you never know.
Or you never know, or her, get her a nice Escalade, give him a Lamborghini Huracan for the weekend, take him to have dinner in this place, then take it to Rendon, for partying, then we can take it to 11. So like the whole experience of that, we're actually gonna do it
wrapped up into one.
Correct. We're gonna do it on our own partnerships, like with our own partnerships, the hotel that we partner, the club that we partner, and then of course showing all the other holders, the experience that this one had in Miami, so they see that when they come to Miami, it's gonna be a good time.
Maybe in the future we have Yuga Labs calling us like, okay.
Hopefully,
bro.
And we're gonna do the same thing with the card.
Wrap my ape on a card.
Let's do it.
That one we're gonna do it monthly. We're gonna do the monthly. We're gonna get our holders card. We're gonna ship it to Miami. The U.S. based holders, if they're in Arizona, it doesn't matter. We ship the card to Miami, and it's gonna be Alpha Touch. So we're gonna fully customize it, wrap it, paint the wheels, paint the brakes, whatever they want, and then we're gonna ship it back to them. So every month we're gonna be doing one for holders. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, because kind of to show, that's our main thing. Like I'm trying to be humble, but we make the cars look really, really freaking good. Really freaking
Sam,
good.
Please, right now you have like, you need to talk about the new location. Because I think that's
drop the alpha.
Alpha. So what we think this morning, right, is that what if we open one location, an Alpha Express, right? It's gonna be so you could wash the car, not really detailing the car. We're trying to lock a location that is in Biscayne Boulevard, so it's an amazing location. But in this location, we're only gonna accept crypto as payment. We're not gonna take any fiat. We're not gonna just crypto. If people, it's of course, most, especially, customers, they don't even have a wallet. We're gonna have a dedicated person there just to teach them how to open a wallet, how to load it. Perfect, bro. Let's do it. And then we're gonna share this location revenue with our holders. Yeah. But we're gonna share with the holders that stake more, at least 5 or 10 cards, because they're pretty much investing in our business. And we wanna make it that it's not all the holders. So it's the ones that actually wants to invest. And since it's gonna be probably a smaller number, they're gonna share a bigger pot, because it's gonna be probably shared between 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 people instead of 2,000, right? And then the revenue that the location makes, of course, being self-sustainable, paying for the employees, paying for the rent, the whole profit that is remaining, we wanna share it for the holders, and we're only gonna take crypto. So, like he said, we wanna disrupt.
If we keep the line and only receive crypto, we're gonna be like everywhere, like in Miami, in posts.
No, we wanna do
every single journey.
Have you heard of? I don't know if I have any other businesses or even a location of a business that only accepts crypto.
No, yeah, because in this case, we don't really if you open it as a business that you're gonna rely 100% on it. It might not make sense because it might be risky. But at this point, we are doing the test. Sure. Right? We're gonna be the first one that we're gonna go underwater and we're like, okay, fuck it, you know what? We're gonna do it. If it doesn't go well, it didn't go well, but at least for the holders and for the people. And it's Miami, believe it or not, it's a lot of people. And this area that I'm talking to, you have Edgewater, you have Brickell, you have Wynwood, you have Midtown. So you have all these people, you have all these residential buildings with thousands and thousands of people in the area. Yeah. So I don't really see a way that it's not gonna succeed. But in the case that, whatever, we're still going, and we're only gonna take crypto as a form of payment.
We gotta get it to a point where people don't know that they're paying with crypto. People aren't gonna pay with crypto over, Cash App or Zelle if it's easier. Mainstream society will always go with the easiest option.
Of course.
So until UI UX of crypto payments, gets to a point where, hey, I'm not really, the volatility is not there. I'm not feeling like one day I'm spending a lot more money on something else. You know what I mean? Than the next day. So once we get to a place of more stability and more education, which is what we're trying to do here, then this concept would be fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to touch one more time about your arbitrage concept with the NFT, because just people need to understand, okay, so their NFT is a 1 ETH mint price, right? Which is right now, what, $1,500, something like that? 1,700 bucks. And with that, you're getting 25 to 35% off discounts off of private jet rentals, yachts, all sorts of luxury. Yeah. So what you're saying is, if somebody who has your NFT brings you a client, let's say from Europe, hey, this person needs to fly a jet today. They give this person the original price of, let's say, $10,000, right? And then they get the 35% off discount, and they're getting it for $7,500, pocketing the difference.
Right.
So you immediately made back your money from the fucking purchase of the NFT.
That's the point.
And lifetime with that 1 ETH.
And you still have it.
Right.
You still have it.
If we achieve everybody to understand what you said right now,
That's
Not even you know, that make the money back. But same like we have so many customers that they come 3-4 times to Miami and they always get a Euros where they get this, so, and they paying $1,300. They paying $1,300 and they get it for 7 days. So make the math how much, like the Cullinan, they pay $1,800, $1,900 a day and they get it for 5-7 days. And they come 4 times a year and they do this. In one rental, the first one that they come, they already saved the money that they spend on the NFT automatically. So then on the other ones, it's just way cheaper than what they're spending, in a regular basis because, they spend the 1 ETH on the NFT and they were gonna pay, I don't know, 9K on the Cullinan rental. Now they're paying 7K, so then automatically saves $2,000. They already make the money on the NFT. So like there is, like you said,
I have another thing too.
I saw a lot of NFT projects. It's like, okay, I have this idea. Give me your money. I'm gonna administrate your money. I'm gonna make it grow.
People
That's
were
the
using
idea.
it like seed funding almost.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Seed funding, no, maybe crowdfunding or something like
exactly what it meant.
So it's different if we already have a business behind. We manage the business. We show what we do to people. At that point, we can say to people, okay, we're gonna raise, for example, $1 million, but we know how to manage this $1 million.
it's not first time
And how to make this $1 million into a brand. And we are going to be here like for the next 5, 10, 15 years with this brand, okay? And you are part of this brand, and I think that's the best marketing we have.
The way that I broke it down for people in that sense, for maybe they're questioning like, how do you guys get value out of this? If one facilitation of a connection could possibly make back their money of the purchase of the NFT, but like what people don't understand is like through NFTs, it's a global community that you're connecting to through social media, and you're building this community of mostly forward thinkers if you're buying right now.
Correct.
So it's like you're getting a lot of people who in the future will probably be ahead of the curve in terms of like understanding what innovations are out or like what's going on in society.
100%.
So it's like you're just building this strong Alpha Pro club, but globally, and getting that process out and helping people understand the transparency of what you guys are building, right?
Correct.
So that in the future, once this stuff does blow up, you guys were at the forefront by doing it thoughtfully,
100%,
right?
100%. So that's why we're I feel at this point probably it's harder for companies, right? Because they have to come and figure out what they need to do to merge. But I feel it's gonna get to the point that it's gonna be pretty easy and simple. Not easy, but it's gonna be way easier than now because all these processes that we are trying to figure out now. It's gonna be automated.
In a few years, you're probably gonna have some AI program.
Correct.
That'll launch a full NFT program, market it for you, and do everything.
Think on your
Now launch your next rug with this AI tool.
For now, you need to work hard.
The long-term goal is to franchise this this way of making business, with Web3, with NFTs, but we don't want only like this detailing or Alpha Pro Express. In Miami, we want to have one in New York, one in LA, one in Dallas, one in Dubai, one in Madrid. So we want to be everywhere. So we need to teach people like, okay, we raise this money and we're gonna use it as this company used their resources in the past 5 years, because these guys started like washing cars, and right now they are like changing how it looks. Rolls Royce Cunningham for 70K. So imagine how they grew. In the past 5 years.
180, 400 to almost 4 mil on the last year. So the first year we make almost 200,000. And then business keep growing to the point that last year, combining the rents and the shop, we make almost 4 million.
Awesome.
So,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
we
work so hard for that.
I know it is. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, and now and now that you mentioned, the whole funding stuff. Since we are a Web2 business, usual or the normal way of actually funding the company, either would be a private investor or a bank. But I feel with these technologies and the same community, the NFT community, there is no like you can compare the reach that you can get with an NFT, and also the funding that you can get to actually bring a business to the next level that in a regular web 2.0
you're cutting the middleman.
Yeah,
so you're cutting the middleman. So you're cutting the banks, you're cutting like these VCs. So it's the business and the holder.
You're also allowing people that wouldn't have the ability to invest in startups like this.
Yeah.
Because you're allowing them to be able to get involved in the investment process of a startup like this. Like if you're going straight at the bank, they're getting all the interest, and then like nobody, like none of the middlemen are eating. It's like now with NFTs, with global community building, you let little men eat across the world to build your brand globally.
Correct. No, and it gets you to a whole different point, because on the way you're getting 500, 1,000, 1,500, 5,000 holders. I don't know, people that is joining you on that way to actually build the brand. Because I see so many like on other companies and other NFT projects, like there is so much content and so much stuff created by the holders, right? That is not the founders that do it, it's the holders that does it, and they're just creating and be like, oh look, I did this and I did this content and we're gonna do this and I signed this partnership with these people for us. So like I think it takes you to a whole different level because the bank is not gonna do that. Like bank, it's here's the money, pay me. And when you pay me, this is the industry. Where is my money?
So that's interesting because it's a new idea and we can add it. Because we want this to be a franchise, and the thing is that, for example, if we have a holder that he buys like 50 cards or 100 cards, and he wants to start an Alpha Pro Express in other city, we can help him with the brand.
Everything, marketing, everything. Content, we have the system,
we have all the systems,
because one thing that it's important, right, is that we actually do a good job on what we do on the real world. We see every single detail. We go like we don't do cheap shit like cheap materials or cheap paint. Like we have Hector right here, which is the magic. So yeah, like we do our job clean, and that's why we have a $4 million LaFerrari in the shop right now, and the car is just there chilling. Like you need to trust the place that you're dropping a $4 million car. We also have an Aventador SV, Ferrari FA, Cullinan, G63 Bravos. Like people trust because they know that what we're doing with the cars, we're doing it on point. It's good quality, and we're trying to merge all that, like the same ethic and the same mindset on what we're doing on Web3. We're trying to do everything clean with a good image, taking care of the details, no flaws. Like the experience is just it flows. Like there is no bugs. Like that's why what he says. Like we're trying to go with the best on what they do. That's why I tell you, like we have one guy for the Instagram, but it's not necessarily the same marketing for Twitter. It's the same for the website. Like we have the guy that I connected for the website. We're gonna create an amazing website, and kind of that same mentality on everything that we're doing right now.
Cool. Top tier.
So shout out to those guys because they grew so fast, like 5 years, but working hard, and they stay humble because I know these guys, and they rather to go to sleep on a Friday night. Even if they have a Lamborghini and they can drive around Miami at night and show these amazing cars in clubs or parties or something, and they rather to go to their homes and open the shop on a Saturday like 7 a.m.
Last week I worked with them, and it was because of the partnership. Like we were not really in the mood. Like we worked so like last week it was just crazy. So when Friday hits, it's like should we go to the club, and they come by, and we show up, and they had like they put us on the. I'm gonna send you the video. They put it on the screen and give us a shout out. And it was not planned. Like we just show up, and we talk about what we were doing, but we said, look, we're gonna do a nice presentation video, but not today. Like we're gonna bring like a camera guy, etc. But we still show up, they still give us a shout out. It was super cool. Rich the kid was there, and they see us right next to him. So it was a nice Saturday.
That's cool. Well, hey, I wanted to talk to you guys about. You're from Venezuela. I'm from Lebanon.
Yes.
Both countries of which have pretty shit fiat currency systems.
Super shit.
Like both, like to be honest, right now, like the Lebanese lira is at like 65,000-70,000 to $1 US.
But when I left Venezuela, the $1 was like 50 bolivars. Right now it's like it's 1 billion or something.
It's so hard to explain.
I was talking about it in other podcast episodes that in Venezuela, like some
Nobody
people,
receives bolívares.
they use your currency as art. Like they create art with the currency and sell it to tourists.
Now it's US dollars what they're using in Venezuela because they
if you're in the border with Colombia, they receive Colombian pesos.
Yeah.
You can spend Colombian pesos, but if you are in the capital in Caracas, you only spend dollars.
So what do you guys think about
about
the viability of digital currencies and like shifting into Web3 coming from the cultures that we've had and the monetary systems that have failed us? Like, how do you feel like digital currency can help?
I think a lot. But you know what? Like, now that you mentioned, I think probably in Venezuela, you haven't adapted pretty well. Because probably at this point, it's a little too complicated for people to adapt.
Yeah.
You know, like, people in Venezuela,
it's like internet over there, you know?
No, they have internet.
No power, bro. Most of the time, it's no power, bro.
Dude, no, you're wrong, guy.
In Lebanon, they get 2 hours of power a day.
Don't say it.
2 hours of power a day in Lebanon, and you can only withdraw $100 out of the bank
That's
per day.
Venezuela, but the guys doesn't know anything about what is happening in Venezuela with cryptos. There's a lot of people spending money there in cryptos. There are business receiving cryptos because it's an opportunity for them. And another example is Argentina.
Yeah.
Argentina is another country where people are looking to go into crypto because they need the cryptos right now because the peso, the Argentina peso is like going like down so fucking
Venezuela,
fast.
bro.
That's what I think. But what I think in Venezuela, you know, I think the dollar might be winning.
Yeah.
And, you know, people that they actually familiarize with technology and stuff, they're doing crypto. But I think you haven't, you know, go like mainstream in Venezuela because of that. Because, you know, like regular day-to-day people, they're not gonna be like at this point they're not gonna know how to create a wallet, copy the address, send it over.
We're talking about countries with 30 to 40% poverty rates.
And education. The education is not
so it's like at what level of friction do we need to get to for Web3 to actually have people transacting with crypto on a daily basis? And I don't know. I really don't know.
I think it's
where they have the time, where they have it stamped into their like hand, and then they just pay by touching something.
I think it's related to the generation. You know, I believe like there is a generation issue. So that generation, you know, they didn't grow with technology as much as the next one. So I think when that generation is out, this one is gonna be so receptive to it that then it's just gonna shift completely. But right now we have too many old people yet. Like, we have too many old people.
Much of the government,
so the old people, it's not adapting. You know,
it's all 70, bro. All people.
But if
talking about people who don't know how to use their phone.
We have a wrong idea of who have the money in the world right now. So we think because we see a TikToker who have like a Ferrari and driving a Ferrari, we think, oh, young people have the money, but it's not that way.
No.
The old guys have the money, have the power right now.
But you know what? This is shifting because it's going to their sons.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
Like they're already old.
The good thing
so
now,
they're
bro,
inheriting this money.
You know, you have the whole social media.
They're inheriting this money like
100%. 20 years ago, you don't have nothing.
The shift now in wealth. It's going because, you know, let's say, you know, your grandpa have $4 billion, you know, but you know now it's
going to the younger generation.
It goes to you, and now you have $4 billion, and you grew up with this.
It's going to the grandson who's launching his own NFT. The grandson paid $300,000 in marketing and didn't give a fuck. What were you about to say? You were about to say something about the beauty of social media. And
and now you have more opportunity, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like easy, you know. You
all
making like a video, you making something, and you go to viral or something, bro. Like 20 years ago, you don't have nothing, bro.
Our parents couldn't go viral, bro.
Well, my grandma, she goes through Facebook every day, TikTok. She thinks people are sending her these videos. So she's like,
believe it or not, my grandma,
look what someone sent me. Look what someone sent me, and she's scrolling for days trying to find. Like, they didn't send you.
You know what? Like, actually, my grandma,
I'll show you how to like it.
Super technical. She sent you gifts on WhatsApp and everything. But it's funny because her gift on WhatsApp is like like hands like this. God bless you, my son. You know, Instagram, I send this gift on WhatsApp. Yeah.
It's funny. You show your grandma a meme, and she's like, "Oh, how do you know them? Who is that?" I don't know them. It's viral.
Don't ask questions.
Well, that's why I think it's a generation thing. I think, you know, as soon as, you know, probably, I don't know, 15 years from now, you know, because, you know, anyways, 40, 50, 30s, your people that are already adapted to technology. But where's 50 right now? 7 years. It's gonna
Joe
be,
Biden doesn't know his fucking phone.
For being real. They are putting these stupid traps. Because, for example, the SBF trap, that's a trap.
Yeah.
That's
100%.
a fucking Troy horse.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's so obvious it was a Troy horse.
Yeah.
The guys ran a company of $40 billion with QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Damn.
While being the number 2 donor to the Democratic Party and to lobbying for all the politicians in the U.S.
Yeah.
I just feel like like you said, the Trojan horse, SBF, FTX, they knew that this was destined to fail. They were just kind of waiting because they knew.
They just chose him. It was okay. You're gonna be the one that.
He was perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. Like we could manipulate you. We could use you.
World
Like
of Warcraft.
This kid was just dicking around all day with billions of dollars.
Nice.
he was
They
playing
watched
World
like
of
all the movies about startup founders, and they were like, "This kid, he's
This
perfect."
Yeah.
the crazy hair.
Yeah.
This
He
is
had the look for sure.
Yeah.
Check
They
out.
probably-
Bro, and this thing
that
is fucked
money-
up for the community and for
Yeah.
Of course, people like us and like you guys are actually trying to make something good. Like we're actually trying to build something legit.
Yeah, bro.
We actually wanna, grow the business the right way. Then you just put because then now us we believe in this, right? But they wanna not believe what they keep on their mind. Oh, FTX,
Scam.
all of them is the same. Blah, 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 yada 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 yada.
I mean, that's what the media, that's what they'll highlight is the negative shit. And,
Right.
correct.
that's why a lot of like Reddit, we've seen a lot of these different projects that don't even mention the word NFT anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that. Fudgy Penguin, the digital
art.
digital collectibles, digital art. It's like, oh no, it's not an NFT. You guys hate
why?
it.
So the people
Why?
with NFC like,
Why?
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 Because
I don't
NFT is too
understand.
complex of a word for some
Right.
people.
Yeah.
It's too complex.
Fungible makes them think of mushrooms. Like,
Right.
it's like it's not replicated.
Yeah.
not
To be
fungible.
honest, the day the FTX shit happened, I lost my faith on humanity like for 48 hours, and I said like, oh my god, are these guys administrating the money of the world? These dumps? And there's a lot of smart people here who can have like I don't know 20K in their banks, and they are smarter than these guys. And I was like, what the fuck? Is this
We had a
happening right now?
company running on QuickBooks, managing billions of dollars,
billions of dollars.
partnered
Crazy.
with the biggest celebrities in the U.S., Tom Brady, all these different celebrities,
Formula One.
on the Miami Heat arena,
Yeah.
FTX arena.
Miami Heat.
They couldn't have
Formula
blown
One.
their name up more,
Yeah, no,
waiting for their demise.
Super Bowl.
You know what I mean?
No, that's why I thought like this is
Gary
a
Gensler,
trap.
they were the one exchange that Gary Gensler was having regular meetings with.
Yeah.
And they fucked everybody? Really? What were you guys talking about in the meetings?
Damn, bro. Yeah, this thing is crazy, though.
Look, this new weapon I just grinded on World of Warcraft.
He should be the Goblin Town rep. SBF. Because that motherfucker is a goblin if I ever seen
Oh, that's crazy, bro. So, happily we have guys like this ones. So they want to build something.
Yeah, man.
It was a lot of guys
this is a
like you.
pleasure.
Yeah.
And I know people who doesn't have like the opportunity to have the money to build an NFT project, and they need like to build communities. And I know guys who built this I don't know how to say the indie games, the indie games and blockchain indie games, and I've seen them all. So I know guys who built an indie game with no funds, only community, and it's a great game. And I see people who raise money to build a game, and they did a rug pull. And I see big companies as Play Labs, Jam City, who are building something incredible, or maybe the Dookie Dash. That's great for the Bored Apes. I think it's going to be like bigger than now. But I've been playing like Champions Ascension, for example, and it's a big, great game. They raised and the first day they left Jam City, they raised $32 million to build a game, and you can check it out. And it's a metaverse. So
how do you think play and earn games
I don't
Welcome
believe
back.
in play to earn.
So, do you think that there is a place in gaming? You know, right now in gaming, you know, V-Bucks is a fictitious currency. Like in Counter-Strike, all these different black markets, you're paying real fiat currency to get back a fictitious currency that the whole network can be shut down at any day by the developers if they wanted to, right? So now with the global currency, you don't see a place where gaming and digital currencies co-mingle to where this marketplace actually runs on a liquid marketplace where you could sell that asset, take that money that you got in digital currency to another game and buy a different asset with that money.
I think it's difficult. If you don't use for example, if you use Ethereum, it's okay because it have their own liquidity. But if the owners of the game manage the liquidity to buy those assets, it's not gonna work. So I don't believe in play to earn as a model of make money. But if you are good in a game and you can grind some stuff and those stuff are valuable for a community, it's different. But that's not play to earn. It's play to learn. You learn how to grind and you sell if you want. But it's not like, okay, I'm gonna play 12 hours a day because I'm gonna earn some I don't know amount of money. It's not working like that. It's not gonna work.
Something I just wanted to touch on there with like, you know, having a system for people to like financially free themselves in a lot of ways, right?
Yes.
What you're seeing today, the meta of Twitter, right? Everyone's a content creator. Everyone's a thread writer. Everyone's a spaces host. You know, people want to build their own audiences and communities. And what I find missing there and spending too much fucking time on Twitter is that intent, right? There's a lot of times people are building. They get to like 20, 30, 40K followers, and then they have nothing to monetize for it. They have absolutely nothing to show for it. So, you know, this and systems like this is a way to enable those people. If you already have an audience, you're already building, you're already putting content out there, you could just put a fucking link in your bio. Somebody books, right? You put a link in your bio, you put some content out that you're already putting it out anyways. And now you can actually make money from it. Because again, with those three pillars, most people right in this space are either consumers or quote unquote investors, right? They don't necessarily have the entrepreneurialism behind them, right? Of like, okay, cool, I got 30,000 eyes on me. How do I convert that? Attention is currency today, right? We live in an attention economy. So if you're garnering a shit ton of attention, same way you monetize your Twitch, right? Like you need to monetize that. Like we're seeing what's happening in the world today, right? We're seeing this shit that's happening in Ohio, right? And like different parts of the world, right? And even in Lebanon and Venezuela, right? Those people can't just get the fuck up and leave in a lot of cases because they have the job at like the corner store or the desk or whatever the fuck they're at. And they can't just get up and leave. So in this increasingly uncertain world, you need to have foundations of certainty that you control and that nobody else, no institution, no like employer, no job, like that you can control to feed yourself and feed your family. Because that option is going to be like, it's going to get harder. And we're seeing it. Like the world's only going to get more difficult. So
we'll
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
We're getting hours and hours.
We're getting kicked out.
We're gonna do this again. We're actually gonna go to the shop.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna
So that's exciting.
we're gonna show you guys the space van that we have. We're gonna be doing
space
spaces
van.
from there. So we could just drive to the shop.
there's a camera
Which is
that
the
you can use
first
to
part
just
of
double
the podcast on the van. It's super cool.
That's
And then we pull up to the shop and then we make some nice content.
And then we race at the end, right?
We appreciate you guys for having us.
We appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Web3 experience.
Great conversation.
Thanks for joining us, man. Seriously.